Hi, my name is Ren Narrativr, and today I'm going to be talking about how I got my very first deer. My family has been hunting for generations. My grandpa started hunting in the 1950s. He taught my mom how to hunt, which she hates, and then he taught me how to hunt. I started hunting around when I was 6 years old. I never really got the chance to shoot anything. Also was not old enough to use an actual gun, so I would just carry around a BB gun. I also really enjoyed wearing cowboy hats, cowboy boots, ripped jeans, and a camo shirt, and for some reason I had the strongest country accent you can imagine. I've sadly lost that. Now that brings us to October 30th, 2020. I was 14 years old at my grandparents' tree farm in Littleton, North Carolina, hoping to get my very first deer. Me and my dad and my friend John had just gotten to the stand. We put plenty of corn out for the hopefully hungry deer to eat. It was around 4:30. We've been waiting for another maybe hour and a half to 2 hours now. We still haven't seen anything, but we're still hopeful. It was a beautiful night. The trees were pink and the sky was gold. There's just something so peaceful about hunting. All years, the trees, crows, and most of all, I feel closer to God. We're sitting in the stand that my grandpa and my uncle built on the power line. Power line is a little over a mile long, trees on both sides, plenty of deer stands, and not enough deer. There's a path directly in front of us, and it gets hard to see as it gets darker. It's a three-person stand with it's a wooden three-person stand with buckets for chairs, plenty of pee bottles, lots of old newspapers from the 90s. We're still hoping to see something because it was getting darker. Luckily, we saw the first deer, and it was a nice-sized doe. I didn't know what to do. I was frozen, trying not to make a noise. I pulled myself together, grabbed my gun, took the safety off, looked down the scope, and pulled the trigger. Bang! Dropped that deer right where it stood. I was in disbelief. I had just got my very first deer. By the way, killing one deer and seeing one deer in one night is usually a pretty big deal. So usually you're only going to see one. So now it's my friend John's turn. After only 10 to 15 minutes, another deer comes out at the same spot right in front of us. It's a little younger, but it doesn't matter. My friend John took his time to shoot, but eventually shot it and dropped it right beside mine. This is even crazier. To get two deer beside each other does not happen. Now another 20 minutes went by, and my dad has still not gotten a deer. We finally notice a buck off to the left down the power line about 50 to 40 yards, just asking for it. My dad also takes his time to shoot. When he does, he hits it right in the shoulder, but it does run away. At this point, it's getting a lot darker, so we need to go find the deer before some hungry coyotes beat us to him. Usually it takes 15 to 20 minutes or more to track down a deer if you're a good tracker, and depending on where you hit it. This time only took about 10 or less minutes to find because my dad hit it in a good spot. And we did find it. It was a nice big 8-pointer. We took some pictures and then went to grab me and John's deer, took some more pictures. Now we get to go home with 3 nice deer, 3 big smiles on our faces. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to make sure hunting keeps going for generations to come. Thank you.
Nice job! Good job, Red! All right, give